for me to be here with you. And I was invited by the president of the college to deliver his speech this morning. And previously he invited me on the Teacher's Day, but I was having a schedule for a flight on the very day, and I could not come here on that time. Anyway, I was surprised when he called me up that he invited me to come and spend the time with him today. In fact, the day before yesterday, my very good friend, my childhood friend, until now he's my friend, he passed away the day before yesterday because of heart attack, heart failure, in fact, in my hospital. And that really occupied my situation and my thoughts. And I could not concentrate on anything. And I am totally blind, even this morning also. Anyhow, I have so many things in my mind I would like to share with you, with the young boys and young girls from different places. You are coming, I believe. Could you please raise your hand, those who are coming from outside the states, from outside Mizoram? All right, good, thank you, quite a number. Okay, within Mizoram, please raise your hand. Okay, quite a number as well. And those who don't understand Mizo, could you please raise your hand again? Okay, fine, no issue. But you have to start learning Mizo. Mizo language is a very sweet language. It's a very sweet language. And it is one of the best languages in the world. You know, one of the Mizo writers, Mr. P.L. Liandina, he translated Sherlock Holmes into Mizo. And he's very good in English. And he's just like a Mizo Shakespeare. And when he went to the US, and after he came back from the US, I was sitting with him in the plane on the flight from Delhi to Kolkata. And he told me that, my friend, English word is not rich enough to describe the beauty of America. Mizo word is the best. And I asked him, I was really amazed. How is it possible? He said, you just go to Shenandoah River, you go to California, you go to many places of the US. And the way they describe in their songs, it's very limited. If you describe all the beauty in Mizo, it will be just like exactly how it is. So English word is not rich enough. Mizo word is very good. So you have to learn Mizo. And I believe some of you are coming from Myanmar also, right? Good. Myanmar is a good place. When the situation is good, then I believe Myanmar has a very good potential. But I don't think ladies will become a pastor. Ladies has to be a housewife. Okay. I will get to the point. I have been a teacher for 9 years. When I finished my master's in public administration, I joined Lalramchullova Secondary School in Aizawl, and I teach class 10 to class 12. In the high school I was there. And in 2005, Champai is my hometown, born and raised, and I finished all my education from nursery to college in Champai itself. And I went to Nagpur for my master's. That's all I went out from Champai. And they invited me to look after the church school in 2005, and I came home for myself. And in 2009, we started the hospital. And since they wanted me to look after the hospital, I continued my education again. And even previously also, I finished my MPhil and BA and International Airlines Management. And after that, I had to pursue hospital management again because I was supposed to look after the hospital. And when I did my hospital management, so many things came to my mind. What is the purpose of life? And what am I doing continuing studies? and why I am continuing learning so many things. In hospital management is one of the most complicated subject I have ever learned. In hospital management, many universities, they did not teach so many subjects, but in my university they taught so many subjects. Like, we have to know about architecture, we have to know about the planning also, we have to know about the finances, we have to know about the nursing records, we have to know about the medical records, and legal knowledge, so many things. But something came to my mind. The purpose of life is not only about education. It's not only about learning. It's about doing something. So, this morning I would like to share with you some of my past experiences and some of the things I would like to share with you. Is quite, I believe it's already been said by your lectures, already said by some of your friends as well. But I would like to say again this morning. I don't know why you pursue this theology. Anybody who would like to give the answer why you pursue this theology? You want to become a pastor, or you want to become a businessman, or whatever? Why did you pursue this? Why are you learning this theology? Can anyone answer me? Why you come to this Bible college? What do you want to become?
You want to know more about God.
You want to know more about God. Anything else? All right. You want to become a servant of God. All right. Anybody else?
You want to become someone.
You want to become someone. Yes, we want to become someone. And then anybody else? Girls? When I was in class 12, standard 12, we were asked by one of the lecturers, what is your ambition in life? And one of my friends, he stood up and he said, I want to become a wider president. And sure, he became president in this locality. But further, he did not move. He was a wider president for quite a number of years, and that's it. What do you want to become in your life? Some of you want to become a pastor, some of you want to become an evangelist, some of you want to become a missionary. We have to have so many ambitions in our life. We have to have lots of aims in our life. While I was in my high school days, I wanted to become a pilot. I wanted to become a jet fighter pilot. And one day in our school came a jet fighter pilot to give us a career guidance. And he was talking about the pilot life. And after he shared his experiences with us, instead of inspiring me, I dropped that ambition. Because, he was a MiG-21 pilot. He was a MiG-21 pilot. Most of the students, don't know anything about jet fighters. I was very, I had a deep interest in jet fighters. I know all the jet fighters in the world. And what kind of weapons it can carry. I know everything. From my childhood, since high school days, I started reading all about this warfare, jet fighters, tanks, arms and munitions. Indian jet fighter MiG-21 was manufactured by Russia. And the technology was very obsolete. And in India, they jokingly call it a flying coffin. Flying coffin? It always would break in the air, and the pilot could not inject himself, and they got killed so many times. And I don't want to become a pilot, flying a flying coffin. So I took that ambition. And the next thing that came to my mind was to become a very big businessman. And I wanted to become an MBA. So I started reading lots of things about management. But God had a plan for us, each and every one for us. God doesn't have the same goal for each one of you. He has a very different goal. Okay. That is what I have now. I have in my mind now. You know Donald Trump? Okay, Donald Trump. I like this guy. I like this guy. When I went to the US, Donald Trump was very popular. He was just like a rock star. You know, he was celebrated in different places, just like anything. You know what? Donald Trump never wanted to become a US president. But God destined him to become a president one day. He was a very big businessman. He was a fun-loving guy. And but fortunately, it was never in his mind to become the president of the United States. One day he became the president, and he was loved by everyone. Even though he has a dark side of his life, I know. But on the other side, we love him very much. And he became the president of the United States only when he was 70 years old. And the other president of the United States, Bill Clinton and John F. Kennedy, they became the US president at the age of 40s. So what I want to tell you is, you might not become very successful at 25, 30 or 40, 50. You might be successful in life maybe before 60. So never give up in your life. Alright? Never give up in your life. You may not become a pastor. I know all of you will not become a pastor. I know. Maybe some of you will go out of this college and you will get drunk. I know. That's for sure. That's for sure. Because we cannot be that spiritually strong all the time. Sometimes we have ups and downs. Even pastors have ups and downs. So, what you have to accept in your life is, you are not going to go straight forward. You have to go sometimes straight, wayward. Your road will be very tough sometimes. But never give up. I am sure that you are going to learn so many things about God in this college. And one day, that knowledge which you have learned in this college will come back to you when you need that knowledge. You will not remember all the things what you have learned, but it will come back when you need it. So that is what you have to remember in your life. And the next thing, regarding your profession. Okay. Theologian will become a theologian. But historians are not always historians. Philosophers are not always philosophers. Right? I used to see joking to the students of the college. I used to be invited to college to make speech for motivational speech like that. I used to tell them so many times that a historian, after they finish masters in history, philosophy, political science, they did not know what to do. They just come back and start a business. A historian finally become a shopkeeper. He started a business which he never learned. It is very, very difficult to be very expertise in this business. Right? So you have to learn what you will need in your life. You know, history, I'm not a history student. I never was. It used to be my minor subject in colleges. I never liked history. We are all learning about past, what already happened. And if there was no proper written record, many historians just give us whatever they like. know that. So, learning history, I think theology is the best history that you could ever learn. And history learning is very, very useful. When you know history, you know a lot. We cannot know about our future, but we can know about the past. Knowing about the past, you can know about your future. So knowing about Jesus, you know your future. That is the best part of learning theology. I have so many theologians friends. I'm from Seventh-day Adventist. We have a university in Pune University. They learn theology, and in some parts of India also we have colleges in theology. Their perception from different colleges when they come home to Mizoram, their perceptions really, really become different. Because the way they teach in another college and the way they teach in another college is quite different. But those different perceptions, if we can grab it together in one place, then we have a good reason. That is about learning. So what I would like to inspire you is, never give up. Okay, learning theology will create you to become somebody. Okay, you will become someone. When you go back to Myanmar, when you go back to your own states, people will ask you, what did you learn in Japan? I don't know what will be your answer. But I want you to go back to your places, your own place, a better person. Tanga may come drunk today. Liana may come drunk today. Mampi may come drunk today. But when you go back, you must go back as saints. You must go back as a saint. So, in your life, you have so many things to worry. Your education first. And as I have already said that, all of you will not become a pastor. All of you will not become a theologian, evangelist. All of you will not become a church worker. But in your life, since you are here to know Jesus more, then do not go away from that. Alright? If you start going away from what you have learned, one day you will surely regret. You will feel very sorry. Moving away from Jesus is one of the worst things that will happen in your life. So, I have so many things to share with you regarding that one. And the next thing I would like to share with you, regarding a good citizen in your community. So now we have fan here in Champai. 10 years back, 15 years back, we never have ceiling fan or table fan in Champai. The purpose of having a fan in your home about 15 years back was just for fashion, or just to decorate your room, or just to drive away the flies and the mosquitoes. Now we use fan to cool down ourselves. What I want to say is, now the world is coming hotter and hotter. In our Bible, it says that we have to look after the environment, just like we are looking after ourselves. Alright? So, the environment, we have a very big responsibility. Indiscriminately cutting down trees and burning the forest without any purpose. That happens here in Champai also, since some years back. Now Champai is very hot. We want to have car with AC. We want to switch on our AC all the time. Why? Because our environment situations has become very, very bad. The weather becomes very hot, and the rainfall is not that regular anymore. It happens in a very irregular way. All this happens because we are not responsible enough. As a theologian, as a servant of God, that is your responsibility. Young boys and young girls, we have a very, very good future in our life. So that future has to be shaped by the environment as well. So when you go home, even while you are studying here in Champai, you must try to contribute to the community as much as possible. As much as possible. Okay? You know, some of you are involved in community service like YMA, like YMA we have in Mizoram. You might have some kind of an NGOs in your place. You have to involve. Okay? You have to take part in what they are doing. Clean the community, planting trees, giving education to the children. So many things you have, activities you have to involve. That will shape your personality. That will shape your personality. And not only that, you will feel very happy when you pass that line. You know, I used to be a secretary in Champai District NGO coordination, and later I became the president for some time. When I look back all the contribution that I have for this Champai, I always feel happy. I feel proud of myself. You know, this very building where we are staying now, I was here when they started the construction, and we did the quality and quality inspection, and we did so many things for this building. And we had a very big dream for this building, because one day lots of polytechnic students will come to this Champai and they will work training, and lots of educated persons will be coming out from this institution. We were expecting like that. But fortunately, things turn the other way around, and now instead of having lots of technical students, now we are going to have lots of theological students. Things are changing around. That we never expected. We never thought there would be a Bible school here in Champai like this. When they started the Bible school, I saw in the newspaper that the Champai Bible School started, and so admission is open like that. I never give any much attention. But now I feel very happy that there are lots of students here. And I asked the principal how many students you have here in Champai, and he told me, and deeply, I'm very happy. Because theology college is a place where no drunk students will come. You know, in a normal college, you'll see lots of students who come in the day and got drunk at night, and doing some drugs at night, and come back later in the morning. It never happened in theology college, I believe. So I am very happy that the students who are here, they are more and far better than the normal college students. And I want you to bring home, and I want you to keep up the good work and bring home the personality in your own states. You have to go back a better person. And lastly, I would like to say some few words about you. You know, previously I spoke about the ambition in your life. When your first ambition would crash, don't get disappointed. God has a different way, different path for us. You know, I never thought that I would become a chairman and managing director of a hospital. I never thought. It never came in my mind. You know, I learned international airlines management because I wanted to work in the airlines industry. Because I believe that airlines industry is a very lucrative, a very nice job, and a very respectable job. and I learned this international airlines management. And I did that. And so far as I know, I'm the only one in the Mizoram who learned this international airlines management. But right after I finished my exams in this subject, I am very sure that I will not work in this airlines industry. After I finished this airlines industry, in management, I became a teacher. Airlines management and teacher is totally different. Totally different profession. But I love teaching. I love teaching. And for 2 years after we started the hospital, I still continue to work as a teacher. In the morning I teach, and in the evening I go to my office in the hospital. But the two different scenarios in a single day is quite a big burden for me. In the morning time, I was with a very happy and energetic students. And in the afternoon, I was with a very, very gloomy and very frustrated patient. Two different people in one day is very, very hard to tolerate for me. So I moved away from the school completely. And what I would like to elaborate is, life is not always an enjoyment. Okay, sometimes you have to struggle in your life. Even while you were singing, some of you are very happy and raising your hands like that, and you are very spiritual. I know that. But when you go out as a missionary, that kind of spiritual presence in your life, sometimes you think that it has gone away. Sometimes you will feel very empty. But believe in God, never move away from God. Even when you are in a very, very dark situation. When I started the hospital, there was no one to help me. I was the only one. I had no medical knowledge. But somehow God did something for me. I started buying from the smallest needle to the biggest machine, X-ray, CT scan, operation theater equipment. All these things I didn't learn to do. But when God intervened, I started doing something which I never learned. So that thing will happen in your life too. That can happen in your life too. So, in your life, never give up. Let God intervene in your life. Let God make things happen in your life. You may not always be smart all the time. You have to go out with your slipper, with your boots, with your jeans, go out somewhere in the forest, helping your church members. You cannot be always a gentleman in the church like that. You have to do so many things. You have to labor so many things. Don't think that you will be a pastor with a necktie all the time. Believe that you will have a knife, you will have the boots, you will have the jeans. That will save your life. Alright? That will save your life. And people will start appreciating you. That is about the life of a theologian one day. And very most important thing I would like to end my speech. It's already 11:30. I have so many things in my mind that I would like to say this today. But since it's quite hot and I think some of you are quite restless. And here in Chapai, we have quite a number of, how to say, it's very sad to say, we have lots of HIV/AIDS students, people, young boys and young girls, who are still in college, and some of them are as young as high school students. Mizoram, we have a very bad scenario in this regard. So I want you to abstain from all these things. is something else, you might think. But 6 is something God really, really make it very serious. You know, you are in the age group where this 6 drive is very, very difficult. But once you go past this situation, when you will look back, if you can abstain from all these bad things, one day you will look back your life, you will feel very happy. Okay? I have so many things to say about this because I used to present quite a number of papers in different meetings, different seminars. God is very serious about this sex. If you can abstain, if you get away from these intoxicating habits, and one day you will be very, very happy. You know, in our Bible also it says that this has to be in between the marriage, not in between the young boys and young girls. Okay, so be very sincere about this. You know, boys, they just wanted to test their girlfriend just to make sure they love them that much. If you love me that much, you have to do this and that, and you end up in sex. That is not the way how to test your love. If a boy tempts you to do something like that, make sure that you have to run away from him. Okay. You know, in your class, there are so many students here. Maybe some of you come from a very distant places. Okay. Don't think that the boys here in your class are the most handsome in the world. Boys also never think like that. One day you will go here and there, you will be in the US, you will be in Europe, you will find a better person. I know that. Yeah. Right? Yes. You know, I feel very sorry that I did not go to the US while I was a bachelor. I already got married. I felt homesick when I was there. You know what? There are too many beautiful girls in the US. There are too many beautiful girls in Aizawl, too many beautiful girls in Tahan, Tripura. Don't think that these people are the best. Even girls also don't think that these boys are the best one. Explore the world. Explore the world. After you explore the world, and if you love him, then he's a very lucky boy. Right? That same thing goes for the girls also. You know, one of my friends, he got married to one community. I forgot the community. A small village. He used to study in Pune. He used to roam around about India. He studied quite a number of years in the central India. And when he came back, he got married from a very small village. And he used to say jokingly, "My wife did not know how lucky she is. I traveled all about India, and after traveling all about India, and I came to choose her, passing all these young Indian girls. So she's very lucky. Just like boys also. Boys, you have to think like that. Okay, don't get married too soon. In short, don't get married too soon. Some students get married around 18, 20, something like that. Not good. Enjoy your life till 30. Enjoy your life. But one thing you have to remember, one day you will get married, sure. For sure you will have to get married. But don't be late for that, alright? Yes. I thought that I am going to get married at 30. I say that I will get married at 30. You know what happened? I did not have any girlfriend at 30. You know, having a girlfriend for a very short period and get married is very difficult in this society. So I started doing something and here and there, and I got married at 37. And I feel very sorry. Because most of my friends, they got married at 30, 28, something like that. And their children now, they're going to college. You know what, my children? The oldest one is now in class 3. The second class 1. And the youngest, now she's in preschool. Because I enjoyed my bachelor life too much. Moving around here and there, enjoying my life. And I waste my life. That could happen to all of you. That could happen to all of you. And I don't want that thing to happen in your life. At the age of 25 to 30, it's the right time to get married for ladies. But if you don't get married also, it's alright. In our Mizo society, the sex ratio of male and female is totally imbalanced in Mizo society. For every 100 girls, there could be only about 70 boys now in Mizoram, according to the census. So girls, they have to work very hard to get one. I don't know what happened in your place, in Myanmar or in other states. Things has become very difficult to get married in Mizoram. Girls cannot be choosy anymore. You cannot be choosy. Whoever comes along, if he's good enough, if he doesn't drink, if he doesn't do anything, if he works hard enough, then get married. Settle down and start life. Boys also, don't be too choosy. Okay? One day you will not be that young anymore. You will not be that handsome very long. One day you will get fat, you will get unfit, and girls will start hating you. It's not about enjoying your life too long. Enjoying our life with Jesus is one of the best. I mean, not only one of the best, it is the best that you can do in your life. With Jesus, we can do so many things. We can go to the concert without getting drunk. Without getting high, you can go to the concert. You can dance in the pub, in the party you can go, but without alcohol, without drugs, you can enjoy your life. One day, I was in the Petra concert. You know Petra? A very big gospel heavy metal band. They came to Aizawl, and I was standing and I was enjoying the music. One big tall guy was with me, and he was so drunk, and the drummer was doing the drum solo. He was playing the drums very nicely, and that young man who was standing beside me, he did not know anything. He could not determine whether that sound was a drum solo or a guitar solo. He could not determine because he was so drunk. But he still came to the concert. What did he enjoy? I was thinking. What did he enjoy? Without a clear set of mind, you cannot enjoy anything. If you get drunk, you cannot enjoy anything. You might think that smoking a cigarette makes you a man. Correct. Smoking a cigarette never makes a man. Smoking a cigarette makes you a very bad person. Right? Girls also, consuming some tobacco here never makes you a lady. It's very intoxicating and it's very smelly. Maybe one day your boyfriend will come and he might want you to give a kiss. He might say, "Oh, I need to go to the bathroom first. I have to wash my thoughts first." That's not good. You have to be ready all the time. Be fresh. What I mean is be fresh all the time. Okay, be fresh all the time. Even boys also. When you see these singers, beautiful singers, the more they open their mouth, the bigger they become handsome. With very beautiful teeth, they are very pretty. But Mizo boys, the more they sing, the more red thing is visible. That's not good. That's very unholy. It's very unholy. So, being a theologian student, you have to abstain from all these smoking habits. You have to abstain from all these chewing habits. It's not good. It's against the Bible. Remember, you are the temple of the Holy Ghost. Never put bad things in your body. As long as you feel happy, you feel healthy, you will feel happy. And you will be more energetic, and that is the best thing in your life. Well, if you want to enjoy your life, enjoy it with God. That's the best thing. One time I was on the train with my friends. Some of my friends, they got drunk the previous night. They got very drunk. Inside the train, we are not allowed to smoke, we are not allowed to drink. But you know what? Just because they smell very bad, they were fined 200 rupees. Because they drank the previous night. And they smell the hangover smell. So they were fined by the railway police 200 rupees each. Just because they got drunk last night. So those funny things happen in your life when you do some bad things. Alright? So theology is not only about the Bible, it's not only about it's not only about the history. It's about the present life, and it's about your future also. So if you can abstain from all these bad habits, I know you will become a very good person. I never know a person who abstains from all these bad habits. I never know a person who abstains from all these bad habits become a very bad person in the community. So, this, I would like to encourage you, this theology college will make you a better person. And I know that one day, you will make someone a better person as well, when you go back to your place. And finally, you will be fit enough to go to heaven. This is the best subject to go to heaven. Alright? So I would like to encourage you, do not give up. Do not give up in your life. Your studies might be a little bit difficult. You might not understand what is written in your textbook. You might not perceive what the lecturers say. But never give up. The previous, in the last MLA Mizoram ministry, MNF ministry, the law minister, Mr. Manuna, he is my very good friend. When he came to Nagpur for law college, he could not speak English, he could not speak Hindi, but he started attending the law college. And he was about to give up. He was about to give up because he was very frustrated. He did not understand English, he did not understand Hindi. And he came to my room and I told him, my friend, never give up. Even if you finish this LLB after 5 or 7 years, you know what people will say? They will say, Manuna finally, successfully completed his LLB course. He is now an advocate. That is what the people will say. The people will never remember what you have struggled in the college. They will only see the success, what you have achieved in your life. Alright? So that is what we have to remember. Even if you finish this college maybe after 5 years, when you go back to your place, they will say, oh, he finished successfully after 5 years. So they never question about how many years you study in this place. So after you study, what contribution you can make to the community. That is what the people will count when you go back. So never give up.